you know, what we think about, we attract. And quite often we aren't sure of the fear or the emotion or something that's deep inside of us that's connected to the thought. And some classic examples of, so I have some dear friends and they have different situations. So with one of them, she doesn't like snakes. She's absolutely fearful of snakes. Now, we were both living on properties where the possibility of snakes showing up on the farms were, high probability that snakes are going to come wandering across the farm. And I I don't think about snakes and I don't really have a fear of snakes. So if I actually saw one, I would probably be hesitant, but I don't ever think about them. It's not something that's consciously in my mind. For her, it was a conscious thought that I don't ever want to see a snake. So guess who always saw snakes and snakes always went to her property? The one who was fearful. So sometimes we think, if we think about something over and over and over, we can push it away. But what it does, it attracts to us. So if she's thinking, I don't want to see a snake, I just don't want to encounter a snake. And then she does encounter a snake because the universe does not distinguish between words we use. The universe doesn't distinguish between I do want to see a snake, I don't want to see a snake. What it responds to is the energy that goes with it. So she has fear attached to snakes. She's sending out fear. She's going to see snakes. Same with another lady I know. I don't know if you've ever heard of jumping jacks ants. They're like fire ants. They are toxic, very very poisonous. And for some people, if they bite some people, they create an anaphylaxis reaction to these people, which can kill them. It doesn't happen to everybody, but some people are highly allergic to these jumping. I think they're called jumping jacks. They're an ant, but they're like a bull ant. They're very big. I had never in my life seen one or heard of one, but I have no reaction to them. I just don't ever see these ants. She's highly allergic to them. It can kill her if she gets bitten by them. And twice, and one of these ants has found her and bitten her, and twice she's ended up in emergency in the hospital due to one of these ants biting her. Now, what's the likelihood of you've never ever heard of it and nothing ever happens to you to somebody that's highly allergic to them who this ant then finds and bites her twice? It's this fear that that's getting putting out there is actually attracting back. It's also the same as I know somebody that has never put a seatbelt on their entire life. They have driven lots of different kind of vehicles in their lifetime and they never put a seatbelt on. And they've never, ever, ever been pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt. They've driven past police on a highway not wearing a seatbelt and they haven't been pulled over. It's just they've never had the thought that this would be an issue for them. It doesn't cross their mind. Me, on the other hand, would be thinking there would be some subconscious thought in there that if I didn't put a seatbelt on, that's the day that I would drive around the corner. I could wear a seatbelt every single day of my life, and the one day I forgot to put it on would be the day the police pull me over. And I can guarantee you, if I did have, I always put a seatbelt on, but if I happened to not wear one, I would get pulled over because there's this deep subconscious thought there of when I do the wrong thing, I will be penalized for it. And it's not just that, it would be like drink driving or something like that. I would be thinking, if I do the wrong thing, I will be penalized because my mind conscious structure is programmed to believe if I do something wrong, there'll be a consequence. Whereas this other person doesn't have that. Their programming is different and they just never get caught. Nothing ever goes wrong. Like they just have a free pass through life. They have a lot of luck in their life because they're programmed that way. But my programming is there's always a consequence because that's what I was taught to believe. So it's it's not so much the words that you use. I remember Matt Kahn, who's a great teacher. He said about the word grateful. When you speak the word grateful, there's a vibration, like you say the word grateful, and you can hear it in your body. Like it feels nice, doesn't it? The word grateful, it has a nice energy to it. So when you say the word grateful, that's the feeling that goes with that word is what is coming back to you, what you're sending out, what's coming back to you. So if you don't feel grateful, like if you're having a really bad day or week or bad time of life and you don't feel happy and nothing's making you laugh and nothing's making you cry and you're just numb to emotions and everything's just a nothingness and you don't even want to be here type of feeling. If you say, I wish I felt grateful, all the universe hears is the word grateful. So if you say, I am grateful, I wish I was grateful, I am grateful, I wish I was grateful. The universe doesn't hear the I am or the I wish. The universe feels the energy with that word grateful. That's what comes back to you. That's what matches energy. So it's like when they say, if you say, I wish I had more money, I want to get more money, I don't have enough money. That feeling of speaking that way is lack. I'm lacking. I don't have it and I'm lacking. So I'm sending out an energy of I'm lacking. What comes back to me? More things to be lacking. I'm just kept in that lacking. So when I'm in that feeling abundant, when I'm in an abundant feeling and I'm feeling abundance, what comes back to me? Abundance. It's the energy that goes with the word. So when you're thinking about things, think about the feeling you've got attached to those words. If you really, like I was speaking to someone before about, they said they were really lonely and they wanted a relationship. They're thinking of a relationship and sending out lonely. What's that going to keep them? Lonely. So what if you thought about, I'm in a relationship and I'm content with it? What's going to come back to you? Contentness. See? So you've got to, even though you're asking for stuff, think about what the feeling is that you have attached to what you're asking for. Understand what that feeling is, and that helps you understand why you keep attracting the same stuff back. And that's the key to understanding how all that manifestation works and how you keep attracting and lining up with different energy. If you fear something, it comes. It's like, I think we think if we tell ourselves that we don't want it, we're going to push it away, but we still keep attracting it because we are focused on a feeling. It's the feeling that's connected to the word. So you understand the feelings that you connect with your words, and you will then be able to change the way in which what comes to you and what goes away.